Hello, hello. Are we
Hello.
live? What's up, my crypto legends? How is everyone doing? We're doing a duo live stream, me and Natalie. Check out what the Bitcoin price is doing for the next coming hours and couple of days. Natalie, how are you today?
I'm super good. How
Yay!
are you?
We live. We're live. Guys, make sure to smash up the like button on your way in. Okay, sorry, Natalie, but I had the video here ready. Make sure to smash up that like button, guys. We're gonna do analysis on Bitcoin and some of your favorite cryptocurrencies. I'm here with Natalie. Natalie, how are you now?
I'm super good. How are you?
I'm doing absolutely great. Absolutely great. Guys, make sure to smash up the like button. We're going to analyze Bitcoin. We're going to analyze, well, Bitcoin mainly. First, Bitcoin. And I want to show Natalie today there was an incredible scalp opportunity. And I'm going to share the screen right now because this is gold. This is one of my favorite trading strategies that I learned back in 2017. It is the most profitable strategy. It was a scalp position that happened just a few hours ago. And I didn't take it because I was too focused on the video from today and also sending content for Twitter and websites. So I just want to show you guys, I talk about it a lot on the channel. Let me just share the screen here. Okay. It is a super simple strategy and it's one of the most profitables for me. I'm just going to share the screen right now. Let me know if you can see the screen. Natalie, can you see the screen I'm sharing right now?
Yes, sir.
I'm just going to zoom out here on the 1 hourly. Okay. And this is a scalping strategy. You can do this on the 1 minute, on the 3 minute, or 5 minute. It doesn't really matter. You just need to get your levels right. And basically, I mean, we can go to the 3 minute, the 1 minute. It doesn't matter. This is the 3 minute chart, right? And you can clearly see right over here, all right, that we did have a pretty solid support range right at this level, right? You can see that the price has been bouncing at this range. I'm talking about that 43.4. You got a bounce right there. You get a bounce here. You also react to it right over here. Okay. And this is just, this was yesterday. This was yesterday, the 16th of February. This was today, the 17th of February, or as you can see here, right there, getting that bounce. What happens right over here, okay, is that we get this level, you get that consolidation, and we lose this level with a huge amount of volume. If you guys can see, right? I trade based on support, resistance, price action, and volume. We have that massive big breakout. Okay. This was just a few hours ago. And you can see that on this retracement right over here, there is some volume, but volume gets extremely low over here, just at that major point of support resistance. This over here was an incredible scalp shorting opportunity. As you can see, we got that rejection and came back down to retest the lows and then getting that bounce, as you can see. So I just wanted to, show this to the community. It would have been absolutely amazing to see it live. We're actually getting rejected here twice. This is the second rejection that we're getting right now. But, I wouldn't short right here, because this is like the second attempt. You want to get into the first attempt, which is very likely going to be failed, not the second attempt, because, the more times you retest kind of thing, you're more chances of it to get broken. But, just so you can see how, that was absolutely beautiful, quick scalp. I mean, this was at, 20 past 11 here, Central European time. And we came all the way down here at 12 o'clock. So that was a 40-minute trade. That was a scalp position, absolutely insane trading opportunity. It would have been great to see this live, actually, but it did not happen. So that was something that I just wanted to show the community. Natalie,
Yeah,
what do you think?
beautiful. I actually took some trades today.
All
I
right.
have I have 4 positions in on Bitcoin at the moment. So if I can just share my
Absolutely.
screen.
Show the community. Why are
Yeah.
you shorting? What can you see? What is going to happen? What
Okay.
do you think is
So
going to happen?
I did actually. Okay. Is my sound good, everyone? I'm sorry if it kills your ears. Is it
I can
good?
hear you perfect. I can hear you really
Okay.
good.
Okay, so good. So the first 2 trades that I took this morning, was, let's see, I took it on this huge candlestick right here. So at the top here, around 43,900. And I actually sold the market right here, right now, before we went into the live stream. So I'm gonna move my stop loss soon into profit, or to entry, because when we're having this huge momentum, looking at the higher time frames, going to the 2 daily chart. So I've actually been waiting. It was a couple of days ago I did trade. So I am using this candlestick right here as a supply candle.
Mm-hmm.
And when the market came to that level, we saw two rejections and we tried to come inside the support trend line that I still have. And going to the lower time frame. So this is why I'm taking it on the 2 daily chart, is because you can see more clear on what's actually going on. Looking at the daily, it wasn't that good. So that's why I was looking at the 2 daily. And so we did have this first leg. We saw this second leg, that candlestick. The next candlestick was the one we did close below the trend line, even if it's just like a little bit. But just by looking at this candlestick, this is a inverted hammer. Correct me if I'm wrong. So when I was looking at the charts today, we did try to come inside the support trend line. We broke it. We saw a retest. Market came up, and I was going into the lower time frames and just trying to combine everything together. So I sold it right here. And because we did have such a huge candlestick, the last 4 hour candlestick. So usually what happens at that point is that I'm going to the lower time frames to find another entry, because on the higher time frames, I cannot wait for the market to come up. I can obviously do that, but I'm looking at the lower time frames because it gives me better entries. Yeah, I don't know if that is a good explanation, but that's how I do it.
Yeah. I understand. Yeah, of course. I hope the
So
community also does. So what are your levels? What is your like targets for like the coming days? Shall we look at maybe midterm, long term? You know, what is your target for your trades basically? Just to see.
okay, so I do have different targets. I do have one. I do not know if it's gonna fall down that much, but I do have one around 35K and actually around 33K. I will move my stop loss all the time, and obviously you'll see before if you're coming down to this level or not. But based on overall picture, I do expect that we can see bounce back down. So I do have my take profits pretty far down, but that is only because I can move my stop loss into profit all the time. So because it's such a good entry to have it on the top,
Yeah,
to see
exactly.
coming back down to the support. And in between, I'll take, if I see more of a momentum to the downside, I obviously will have more entries.
Yeah. I mean, that's a perfect entry, like you said. You know, you want to try and get, you know, at the highest level or the lowest level if you like longing, because you know your risk to reward is absolutely crazy. You know, you can
Yeah.
get stopped out 5 or 6 times because your profit from a profitable trade is just, like I said, 5 or 6 times, you know, bigger than your stop loss. And this is, you know, the whole point. You know, the risk management is key, basically. Risk
Yeah.
management is key. I get so many people like doing trades of risk 1-to-1, or they're even risking more than they're willing to lose. And like, so I take profits here, and you're like, why is your stop loss bigger than your take profit? If you trade like this, you're going to lose your money at the end of the day, right?
Yes.
So anyway,
Exactly.
Natalie, I'm going to go through the comment section. Sorry, I'm going to go through the comment section. We haven't said hello here to the community, which is very important. Kevin says, I heard there's coffee and donuts here on the live stream. Kevin, how are you doing? Mr. Hart. We got Mark Dutch, one of the strongest moderators that we've got. Average is also here. Hi guys, how are
Hi
you doing?
guys.
How is everyone doing? Good day. Also, Joseph is here in the comment section. We've got 3 moderators, which is absolutely great. Guys, thank you for joining the live stream. We've got over 200 people watching. Make sure to smash up that like button for the algorithm. We got Fizz here, love from London. Stekar saying that 30K. Just put 30K here in the comment section. I guess he's calling for 30K Bitcoin. Right. So this is a bull trap, says Rene Montenegro. We got one of our most bearish guys here, bearish guys from the community. Rene Montenegro is always really bearish, always calling for bull trap, or for at least
He's
for
like, I'm also always bearish.
yeah. At least for the last few weeks, he's been saying, you know, bull trap, bull trap, bull trap. We're going down, we're going down. So we got Rene Montenegro here in the comment section. Tara, how are you doing? Mark Dutch saying hello. Huffy, BTC to 60K this weekend if Russia does not invade. Well, who knows? I'm not sure if that's going to give much effect on the market for Bitcoin, but he's got his point there. Hello from France, Rudy, and just like says Crypto Bank, Andy, more scalping TA, always explicit. Yeah, I mean, was absolutely insane. I wish we would have done the live stream a couple of hours back. I was distracted with, you know, the video content for today, which was not in the immediate short term, but it was absolutely beautiful. There was a great shorting opportunity, a 40-minute chart, a 40-minute scalp, like I explained just a few minutes ago at the beginning of the live stream. Bitcoin will pump in 2024, says Top Clips video. It's going to pump and dump every single day. So this is why we need to find the trading opportunities, right? It doesn't matter. For hodlers, yeah, it might be for big people that are holding, there might be it may be in the red for a few months. We do not know. But yeah, we could see some more downside. That is for sure. I learn a lot with the scalping TA. Absolutely fantastic. I hope you learn from me and Natalie. Guys, if you're not subscribed to Natalie, if you're watching from my live stream, from my link, make sure to check out Natalie. She does analysis every single day on her YouTube channel. So make sure to subscribe. It is Natalie at Bitcoinsensus. Right. Enough talk, I guess, Natalie, or what? Let's do some analysis.
Yeah, let's do the fun thing now.
Yeah, people are just saying hello. How's everyone doing?
Hello, everyone.
A lot of talk. Nobody is asking for any crypto. There is a one here, Morteza, saying AVAX USDT.
Sorry. Exactly. You could go.
AVAX USDT. I was going to give it to you, Natalie. I was going to give it.
Well, I can go. I'm still sharing the screen, so.
Oh yeah, exactly. So
I
yeah.
just want to say hello to my community also. I hope everyone is good, or my people that follows me, and welcome to my channel if you're new to it. Okay, looking at AVAX, I did have a live stream yesterday. Tell me if the sound is good. If it starts to hurt in your ear, please tell me. Okay, let's see. So many things on the charts right now. So we did speak about AVAX yesterday, and we came up to this. We did break the trend line. We're trying to break the trend line at least. So this is the weekly candle that we do have, but I'm still using this previous high that we are retesting right now. You can see that this is a previous support that we did have. Let's see, going back in time, you can see that the market has been here for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. So it's no wonder the market is actually retesting above this level at the moment. So if I potentially see the market now breaking, let's see. So I'm basing that we're having 1, 2, 3. We do have 3 candlesticks above this 61.8%, around 95.62. And we are right now retesting this high that we also do have. So this could definitely be a breakout retest level and then continuation. So if I would be sure to sell the market, I would want the market to come back down a little bit more and then retest it from below around 92, around that level, just to be sure. And then I would see potential continuation to the downside. I would use this previous support at 56 because usually when you're coming to this huge of a support, the market will bounce back up again. Okay, so why am I bearish at the moment? It's just because we're retesting this previous high. But if we're breaking it, if we're closing above it, if we see the market going up even more, as I told you,
Yeah, it would be like a confirmed breakout, right?
exactly. So because we are at an important level where we, I mean, obviously the market goes up, market goes down, but it depends on how the market is behaving around the levels. So
Yeah.
if we start to see huge momentum and then a pullback, that is definitely for me a sign that we're continuing down. Or if we are seeing the market pumping to the upside and give us a second leg, a second bullish leg, that is definitely the market to continue up.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I can share the chart now, and I can give you my point of view on Avalanche. But I mean, I totally agree with you because we are really like kind of consolidating at that area where. Let me just share the chart here, and I'll pull the Avalanche chart right away. Like you said, you know, I have this over here where it looks like, you know, this could potentially be a shorting opportunity, right? Because you are still creating, you know, massive big lower highs right there. You couldn't say that this yet is a successful breakout like you were just mentioning. As soon as we, you know, see some kind of, you know, bullish momentum, you know, a little bit of a more breakout and then a retest, then all depending on that consolidation, it might be a good long opportunity because you might be, you know, continuing this uptrend that we have been creating for the last few weeks. But you know, it's also possibly a good shorting opportunity, like you also said. You know, keeping it simple right now, you might be dropping, and if we do see that drop and that kind of price action, you know, this is like confirming that the bulls don't have any steam, and we could see that next leg down. So, guys, you know, you need to stay cautious with this price action that's going to happen in the next coming hours for a potential trading opportunity. Right, let's take a look at some more altcoins. Let's take a look at the comment section. I mean, it's great because we've got a great community here, Natalie. All really, really nice people. 3 hits to the up and down. I don't know what that means, but yeah, okay. Over 200 people in here, only 88 likes, Mr. Hart Teachers. Absolutely true, guys. Make sure to smash up that like button. Will we see any live long trades? Well, I got to say that I am in a long position. I am in a long position. It is now
You
in
are?
negative. Yeah, in a scalp. Like I want
Oh,
to explain why this is on Prime XBT. Guys, you know the deal. I got a very short, I got a very tight stop loss. Okay, it's just underneath this wick. I'm going to explain why I entered this trade right away. Okay, you know, anyway, I used Prime XBT almost every single day for day trading. It's my favorite day trading platform. And you guys, if you click on the link down below, you get 7% added to your deposit. Okay, I've got a full tutorial down below also, and it's a good way to support the channel, of course. But you get the best bonus. Now, let me just go here quickly on Bitcoin because, like I mentioned, you know, I mean, this would have been a great shorting opportunity. When I saw it, I was like, oh my goodness, why didn't I see this? Like I said, guys, for any people that are coming new right now, just to keep it super simple, a quick explanation about this massive big support range right there that we did have. This is the 43.4K levels, 43,400, bouncing our support, bouncing. We had this sharp leg to the downside, consolidation. What happens afterwards? You finally break it. We broke it with massive volume. Looking at the 3-minute, this is like short-term scalping. Look, once we had that retracement with extremely low volume right there, just at the peak, that was a great shorting opportunity. I found out about this, you know, just a couple of hours ago, once it was already played out. You know, this sometimes happens. You know, you're not going to get into all of the opportunities. So why did I long from here? Now, basically, I longed because I did see this reaction over here, and I was, you know, a little bit confident that you might see a kind of a double bottom and we might be breaking this resistance right there. Now, this is not happening. We are getting a big rejection from that range. So it is possible, unless we start getting a fighting back up right now. But it looks like that the bears might gain control here because you have higher volume to the downside, getting heavily rejected from that resistance. So you either have a double bottom kind of thing, and it's time for the bulls to step in right now. If not, the bears are going to, break this support and continue to the downside very, very likely. So it's just, if I'm long in here, though, I am looking for BTC to regain this support, this resistance. Okay. Because of this double bottom. But if you enter a trade right there, and you can see it here on Prime XBT, the trade is just at this level right there. Stop loss, really tight stop loss below this major wick. If it's stopped out, it doesn't really matter because the projected potential move for the next coming hours and day or two, I'm trying to make this a day trade. If we do break that resistance range, the risk to reward is super high, right? You enter a trade here, your stop loss is here, so you basically, I'm looking for, it's already double right there from that resistance range. If it breaks, then even better. But I am looking at potentially to regain this high over here, see if that happens. So yeah, that's my take on this, on the Bitcoin, my short-term analysis. Right, let's take a look at the comment section. I have people here asking for XRP, asking for Litecoin. Yeah, let's do, I don't know, what do you prefer, Natalie? I'm going to leave it to you right now. XRP or Litecoin?
I can take XRP. And
let's
then you
do
can
XRP then.
Yeah,
all right,
sure, no problem. It was a long time ago. I was actually looking at, can you see how perfectly this was? But so for everyone who's new in the live stream, I took a trade right here before around this level on Bitcoin. I sell and I have 2 sell positions from this level. So while you were speaking, I did put this this horizontal line right here because I saw the market going up a little bit, and because these 2 candlesticks, they are a fake out to the upside. So usually what happens when you're having the fake out, the market retests the previous resistance, the right resistance that you're faking everything out. Can you see? Oh, we did fake, come up, we retested, more comfortable by being inside the trade. Just wanted to share that with you. The fake outs is super good, and so yeah, I just wanted to show you that. So I do have these 4 positions on right now, and they are all in profit, so that is good. Nice. But we can go to XRP, but it was a long time ago I was looking at it, so we're just taking a overall picture. Okay, so even it was a long time ago, we did come up. So if you don't know who I am, I always use Fibonacci to enter my trades. They are really good, and we can see that we are slightly above this Fibonacci that we do have. And I just want to see. So this is the same thing. So we can just adjust it. It depends on how you want to have it. But for myself right now, it's the same thing. Let's see. So if we're closing above, so we do have this previous high that we did try to break. Looking at the overall picture, you saw the market trying to break it. We came inside, we came up again. So fake out, and now the market is giving us a second leg to the downside. So the same thing here. It's hard to be on a live stream and telling people I would do this on the lower time frame. So I'd rather go to the higher time frames.
Yeah.
But what I would want the market to do is, because we did respect the 61.8%. So, but I would want the market to break 0.8,000 and then retest as always. I mean, we do the same thing over and over again. So my strategy is the same thing on every pair, but I would want the market to break this previous high and see a retest, and then I would go short right here. Right from around 0.7900, around that level. because we're retesting this high at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah,
So that,
exactly.
yeah, so but the overall picture, I mean, you can still see that we do have the support trend line, which we don't have to care about right now because it's pretty far away, obviously. And to have another trend line right here, you can have it like that, and you saw the market retesting it, and this is the same. I mean, every time I've been looking at XRP, the market is always in a triangle, like always. It goes it's always like this,
Yeah. I mean,
always like that.
I really
I think
I don't really like charting XRP. XRP is
no,
one of the coins that I just I don't understand its movement.
no.
It's really
I think it
crazy.
was a long time ago why I did look at this pair also. I don't like it either. But that's what I see on XRP. We do have a huge bullish candlestick, obviously, and we have to respect that bullish candlestick the previous week because the higher time frames is obviously the one that is dominant. And so that's why I do want to see the break of this level and retest.
Yeah.
What is it? How many days left of this week? It is 3 days. So, I mean, this is also the thing that sometimes we just have to wait. We just have to wait. I was waiting for so long to go in a short position on Bitcoin because I didn't know, are we breaking to the upside or we're continuing back down? And to be honest, on this one, I'm not sure because we can just consolidate and then try to break this resistance trend line and then come back down.
Absolutely. Patience is key.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I got someone here in the comment section. Kyle is saying, guys, could you please give some information about platforms? I am currently on Binance, but I am not satisfied. Is there any platforms where we can trade crypto as well as gold and silver? And like I said, best example would be PrimeXBT. I have a full tutorial down below on PrimeXBT because there you can trade, there's over 50 assets. I think, you can trade Euro, US dollar, you can trade gold, silver, you can trade, traditional stocks such as Dow Jones. What else is there? There's NASDAQ, S&P 500. You can trade the German stock market. You can even trade the Spanish market. So, yeah, there's a huge amount of assets there. And you get an insane bonus down below. You get 7% added to your deposit to add to your trading account, which is absolutely insane. There is a full tutorial down below how to use this platform. Okay, so it's my favorite day trading platform. For swing trading, I use Bybit. You also get a bonus down below, the best bonus available actually. So let's take a look at some other cryptos. Natalie, what can we take a look at? Let's see. Let's just find some cryptos here in the comment section. Right. Andy, what is going up with MIR? MIR. This thing seems to be doing its own thing. I have no idea what crypto this is. I'm just going to quickly look at what crypto this is. MIR, Mirror Protocol. Okay, I'll share the chart right now. I'll do some analysis on Mirror Protocol. And then Natalie, if you got your community, if you read in the comment section from your community and they're asking for a crypto, then, we can jump at another crypto after I do analysis on this. What do you think?
Yes.
Perfect. Right, I'm going to zoom out on the daily here on Mirror Protocol, and it's getting absolutely slaughtered. It's just going down. It's losing support. It is making consistent lower highs. There's no potential sign of this going bullish anytime soon. Reason number one, to start looking bullish, if we start going up and hitting this major resistance, this might be a shorting opportunity, right? Just to keep it simple here with no indicators, this low over here should be broken. And not only this lower low, it's, the last big lower high. This is that consolidation range. And all of this has been a major drop. So, if you are correcting from this range like this, this is not bullish because you are still in a very aggressive downtrend. Look how these bounces looked really bullish, and you're basically just creating lower highs right there. So last major lower high here on Mirror Protocol is at $2.7, right? $2.70. It's currently trading just below 160. It still has a long way, okay, to gain those levels, right? It needs over a 100% pump almost. Yeah, about a 70% pump to regain this last lower high. So if the price of Mirror Protocol, we are seeing a little bit of bullish volume right here. So it is potentially likely that you're going to see bullish momentum on this crypto. You can kind of see, let me just go to the 4-hourly 1 second. You can kind of see like a double bottom right there on the 4-hourly on Mirror Protocol, right? Where you are creating this kind of double bottom. You've regained this, immediate short-term last lower high. So if it corrects down to this level, you might see another leg up trying to hit this major resistance in the next coming, I would say few weeks. It's not going to happen in a couple of days. It might be in a couple of weeks. But yeah, this maybe looks bullish in the immediate short term because it's just at its lowest levels right now. It's just getting a slightly recovery for the last couple of days. And this recovery could take, maybe a few days or a couple of weeks. But then it might be bearish because you are basically in this massive, big macro downtrend, right? Creating lower lows, lower highs. So I would be very cautious. I would pay attention to that $2.10 area. Depending on how we react there, it might be a good shorting opportunity to continue this macro downtrend, right? Just to keep it really simple here with price structure.
We're having some huge momentum now on Bitcoin, at least on the lower time frames, because the market is just going down. So
is it going woof?
I mean, it's good for me, but it's not so good for them people who are in long positions.
Yes, exactly. I was in a small scalp. It's got, I got stopped out already. I had a quick small stop loss just below this low, but it seems like the momentum is going down. Natalie, your community, did they ask for any crypto analysis?
Yes, they did. Let's see. We're gonna take the first one. Let's see. Please, Avax Solana. We can do Solana.
Okay, I'll give you share the screen.
I did actually analyze Solana this morning when I took the trade.
And
I was like, oh shit. I was looking at it and I was like, no, I'm not gonna go in right now because I needed some more confirmations to go in. And when you're just looking at the charts like 1 second and then you just see like you have to go inside the trade right now, and I just like I need to do this crazy.
Yeah, exactly. When you see the alignment of the planets and you're thinking it's now.
It's now or never, because if I wait 5 seconds, the market is going down. But on Solana, what I did speak about, and we do have this on, because Bitcoinsensus is, we do have Twitter, we do have Instagram, we do have TikTok, and every morning or every day, me and Andy, we're giving you guys what we are seeing on the charts.
Yeah, and technical analysis. Yeah,
exactly. So let me just see where that was. I don't know if it. Yeah. So this morning I did speak about that Solana is forming my head and shoulder pattern. A break of the neckline can take us back down to 88, 80, and potentially 68. So this is what we were looking at. And looking now, so that was the 12-hourly chart. So this is a perfect head and shoulders. So when the right shoulder came inside the Fibonacci, and that also made me to put a resistance trend line, which we could see the market did respect. So by this time, I didn't sell. I don't trade Solana, but I would definitely have gone into a trade right here. And looking at the lower time frames, we also broke the support trend line after we came up to the Fibonacci. So head and shoulders on Solana, and going to the higher time frames. If we're seeing the momentum now, just combined with Bitcoin and Ethereum, etc., because obviously they're moving the same. The last target I have on my Fibonacci is minus 22 at 1.2, sorry, and that is combined with this previous support that we do also have. And but the one thing that I'm always looking at it is the trend line. This doesn't have to be valid because this is just the first leg. This could just be, I mean, we could just break it because this is the second point that we're having on this trend line. So I mean, we definitely have to see bounce back up, and usually of the trend lines is the third touch that we are either selling or buying the market from, when it comes to trend lines, when the rules of the trend line. So I could potentially just not give a shit about this support trend line, but we could definitely come back down.
Yeah, it does look like it with that kind of price action that it's having right now.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
could
exactly. So we can also see that we're having, we are still below this trend line also. But if we're starting to see some huge momentum from nowhere to the upside, I would look at this higher time frames trend line, obviously. Break it, retest, continuation. It's far away, it's not going to happen right now, obviously, but I do see this head and shoulder combined with, because this level right here was the higher time frame Fibonacci. This is the second one, so I can definitely see momentum to the downside now.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if Bitcoin does also drop to much lower levels, we know that altcoins, if Bitcoin drops 5%, altcoins might drop, 10, 15% easily. So yeah, all of these altcoins that do have like these bearish case scenarios, yeah, such as Solana, yeah, Bitcoin drops 5%, we could see Solana actually dropping, 10% or 15%, and potentially those targets will be met. So Bitcoin is getting a massive hit right now. I have here in the comment section. Let's take a look at Bitcoin, Natalie.
Yeah,
See what's going on.
Yeah, let's see. Okay. Yeah, we are just melting down, guys. We are just melting. Yes, I mean the when you're coming to a trend line like this weekly trend line, so this is the second touch that we do have. And when when we saw the break of the trend line, we see the retest now. So this is why, or I believe this is why we are retesting it and go back down now, because we did break it, we see the retest, and then continuation to the downside. So this is why I was waiting for the market to even go into a trade, because I didn't know, are we breaking inside just a retest inside, and all of this would be a fake out to the downside and see potentially the market continuing up. But then when I saw the market closing below, I was like, you know what? I'm selling the market. That's why I do believe the market goes down, because we did retest the higher time frames trend line.
Yeah. I mean, this is the thing, you need to zoom out and, get your support resistance levels really well leveled, because on the higher time frame, they're the ones that lead the market, right? You can be extremely bullish in the, 30-minute chart or 1 hourly chart, but maybe you're going to zoom out on the daily, on the weekly, and it has a really bearish structure, right? And you are hitting a major resistance from a big support that it's lost. So it's always good to analyze first the weekly or daily to see like the macro perspective. Guys, anybody that is relatively new into analysis and trading, and then start zooming in to shorter time frames, because you might be bullish in the immediate short term, and then long looking at the higher time frames, it looks very, very bearish, right? Big massive bearish structure.
But if we really want to see the break, because we do have this support, and we have another, I use trend line so much right now, I will always do that, but to see a clear break, because the last higher low is actually at 41,980, this low right. So we can just come back, like we do have the momentum for the market to break it. So, but if I would be 100% sure that we are coming back down to the support, we need to break this previous higher low, because that is telling us we're breaking this uptrend, high, higher low, higher low. Now we're retesting the high. Also, this supply candle that I did have on the 2 daily chart. But if we're breaking it, see another retest, that is a perfect entry for us, for me.
Yeah,
because I'm a financial advisor.
Yeah.
No,
absolutely.
because that's the break of this option structure that we do have.
Yeah, today I just made a video on about potential fake outs. That is a scenario that I was talking about. That it's a potentially good shorting opportunity, but we want to see a clear breakout. And I just want to share the chart right. I'll share the chart right now, just to talk about this scenario. Hang on a second. Right, let me just zoom out on the daily and I'll share the chart right now. So basically, what I was talking about on today's video was the price, potentially breaking resistance or support. So, I'm taking a look at the shorter time frames also right now. This is the 4-hourly chart. And we clearly know that we do have, this high over here and this low over here, right? So we've got this high that we need to, potentially break out, or this low over here. And just today, I was talking about, the potential scenarios where you break a resistance and you need a pretty solid big breakout to clarify that this is a solid breakout to continue to the upside. Because in Bitcoin, we have a lot of fake outs. You just have a quick small one right over there, right? Where you broke this high over here and you rolled back down. And I was just saying to the community, we'll be paying attention at this level and this level, because maybe instead of a good longing opportunity, this range might be a good shorting opportunity, because it just might be a big fat fake out, or this potential breakout from this low. And I'm talking about the 41.7, 41.6. We need to be very, very cautious on this to see if there's high volume, high big momentum, okay, and then you can see that it is a potential good breakout for a potential short opportunity. Because if you slightly lose this level, hitting 41k or 40.5k, then you might have that leg back up again. It was just a scenario that I was talking about today, Natalie. So definitely I would wait for a confirmation, big breakout, big candle, and then if you retrace into this level and have lots of candles, a lot of rejections at that range, then that would be the moment to potentially step in for a short opportunity.
Yeah, and especially just right now, because the market did the move. And so I would also wait. If you didn't sell at the top, if you're not going into the lower time frames, obviously, but I wouldn't just go into the market now just because you're seeing the market going down. Even if you have to wait a bit for the support to break, if that's happening, that is just do that. Never jump into a trade just because you see the huge momentum at the moment.
Yeah, exactly. Right, let me just read. Sorry,
No,
Natalie.
sorry. No. Say, you continue.
I was just reading a funny comment right now saying these analyses are so useless. No one can predict what will happen. Stop pretending the opposite. Just dollar cost average and sell the way up. This is not true, okay? Not true. There is always a higher probability of the market moving away, okay? And, if you haven't been watching my videos or Natalie's video, we are looking for the higher probability. And it is true that, my analysis is 60 even to 70% right. You can check out the last videos. I'm going to be wrong sometimes, of course. You cannot always be right, okay? This is absolutely impossible. Not even the best analyst that's been, analyzing the markets for 40 years is going to be always 100% right. You are looking for the probabilities, and I can give you the best example, from today's video right over here. At the beginning I was saying, this is the best example, guys. Price action and volume breaking support resistance with a high volume. You got the best example right here. Right over here, like I mentioned at the beginning, you got an insane support level that's been bouncing consistently in between today and tomorrow. On the 3-minute chart, you have high volume breakout. You retrace to here, to the resistance, and then you take profits at the ultimate low bottom, okay, right over here. So that is just, It is. There's such a high probability on shorting the market here and having a successful trade. It's, this one's about 80%. I've been back testing this strategy since 2017, and it has even had an 80% ratio, right? On the 3 minute, on the 1 minute, on the 5 minute, it doesn't really matter. But around those short time frames for scalping, it's absolutely insane. You break a support with high volume, you retrace with low volume, you short to the lows, and there you have it. This is absolutely gold, guys. You can practice this, and I'm telling you that it does have almost an 80% winning ratio. Okay, so yeah, whoever's saying that this is useless has absolutely no idea because he hasn't been trying it and back testing it for a long time, right?
I mean, it's just not for everyone.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
know a lot of people is not believing in trading at all, just scam. But to be honest, I just don't care either about that, because I can also see, I'm trading the market myself. So it's just sad that people don't understand it. But I mean,
trading is frustrating, especially the first year or couple of years, okay? Because you need to understand that you can never risk more than you are willing to lose. As in, in the trade, your risk management is absolutely key. It's just, I'm looking for trades where I'm going to gain 3 times or 4 what I'm risking. So this is why when you get stopped out, it doesn't really matter. A lot of people are saying you wrecked, you're getting wrecked because you got stopped out. And this is not true. Your stop loss is your friend. If you're stopped out, it's your friend, because you don't play stop losses. How low can the market go, or how high if you are shorting, right? Your stop loss is your friend, guys. So people get wrecked when they don't put stop losses, or they risk, half of their account, right? And this is something that you do not need to do. If not, you will get wrecked.
yeah, actually, one thing that made me trade the market even better, I know this is gonna sound because I know it's a lot of boys in here, but I started to meditate every time before I go into the charts, and that is just making me very calm. And I swear to God, it 100%. Because you're just coming in line with yourself, and you're taking away all of the noises, and you understand that before you're going into the charts, you have to be in line. Because if you're looking at the charts and you're having a lot of emotions going on, it's done. You're done.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you need to be good with yourself. If you've had a sad day, or if your dog's died or something like that, or something really, something that you're not gonna feel good to do anything, right? So definitely do not trade if you're absolutely, if your emotions are down. Right, let's take a look. E-gold, please, Natalie. I'm gonna give this to you. E-gold. EGLD as ticker symbol. And yeah, we've got a few e-golds right over here in the comment section.
I think some of my people, they also wanted me to look at it. Okay, so overall picture, we're just taking away everything. I mean, I don't like chart looking like this, to be honest. I mean, it looks ugly because we're actually just kind of going sideways, to be honest, like this. Just 1 second. Sometimes when I have no clue what I'm looking at, I always go to the higher time frames. And you could see that these 2 candlesticks, that they are representing the fake out. And this high that we do have around 273, you call it dollars, whatever you want to call it. You saw market retesting that level. So that is a typical fake out. Fake out, you see retest. But we do have a huge wick that we just might fail. But I seriously don't know why this happened. I don't know, Andy. What do you think?
I was reading the comment section right now because I wasn't paying attention to your analysis. Sorry, Natalie. I hope the community was paying attention because I'm just reading
No,
the
no
comment.
problem, no problem. We do have, okay, so if we're looking at the higher time frames perspective, we can see that right now what's happening. We did have higher highs and higher lows, just trying to focus on what's going on right here, right now. Okay, so we did break the support trend line. We saw the market retesting this high from nowhere, so very volatile.
Wow.
But another thing that, okay, so we did create high highs, high lows, high highs, high lows, until we actually did break the previous higher low. Yeah, exactly. So when we're breaking a higher low, what I do, I'm taking fib from the previous high to the break that we're having. That gave us a Fibonacci levels where we could see the market retesting, then market continues back down. Target 10.23 is already hit, but we can start, I mean, it follows with Bitcoin. We could potentially see the market coming back down to 171 or 163. Yeah, that's what I see. We do have this previous small resistance right here that we need to break. You just might potentially see the market retesting, come up to create another lower high potentially, and then try to break it.
Is this on the daily time frame you were analyzing, right?
Yeah, that was on the, so this is on the daily and it's on the 4-hourly chart. And we are right now, sorry, huh?
I was just saying it's absolutely amazing how Fibonacci works, really, because like you said,
amazing. I know everyone's like, you always use the Fibonacci. We're like, no, you want to earn money on the market or not?
yeah, I
Like,
use it.
you're using the tools that can give you the entries.
Yeah. I use it a lot.
So
I use it a lot.
excited.
I use it a lot. It's absolutely insane how sometimes the levels are respected, especially, the most common one, which is the 618, the in between 50% and 618. Like you said, once you're changing the trend, you can, and it works on the daily, on the 4-hourly, on the 1-hourly, it doesn't really matter. Once you like breaking a trend and potentially going to create a new trend, then like you said, at the start of that breakout from Solana of the support, and then you have that breakout of that trend line, where do you retrace? You retrace to those fib levels, which is absolutely insane. And where do you come back down? You come back down to retest the lows that you have created from the breakout. So you got a trade right there. It's just you need to be so consistent and looking at the market. I saw that shorting opportunity after it happened, and but it was in such a low time frame that sometimes I don't check out the 5-minute or the 15-minute chart. Most of the time for the videos, I'm doing analysis on the 1 or 30-minute chart at the lowest, but mainly it's like daily, 4-hourly, and we take a look at 1 30-minute. But that was a really good trade on 3-minute.
Yeah,
missed out, but it is what it is.
I remember when I started a couple of years into when I started trading, and especially when the market is looking like this, or when the market goes up, usually you're getting into all of the emotions, you don't want to miss the trade, etc. The typical startup as a trader. So one of the guys actually who taught me how to do the Fibonacci, he always told those guys, like, when you see this happening, is like just a falling knife. Like, you don't want to catch a knife falling because you're going to cut yourself. You have to wait for the knife to come back to the floor, and then you're taking a trade or etc. So this is exactly what he was speaking about, that this is just a falling knife. You don't want to go into the trade looking like this. The trade, you should have gone into the trade right here. Sell high, buy low.
Exactly. Yeah. You got it. Because this is the thing, and that's why stop losses. I'm just going to share the chart here 1 second, because I did enter a small long scalp day trade, because I was looking for that double bottom to potentially break the neckline. It did not happen. And right over here, just to explain how stop losses are so important. If you are, I react to the market, right? I react to consolidation. This is why catching a falling knife is just so dangerous. You potentially think that you are going to bounce out a support level, and you just keep falling and falling and falling, you want to see nice consolidation ranges to enter a trade, such as retracements and then fall back down, or double bottomed, or depending on your trading strategy. But just imagine, I longed just right there. My stop loss was there. The stop loss is so insignificant when you get stopped out, that if you don't have a stop loss, you are losing from your entry. You are really in the negative right now. This amount of price action, and yes, you could bounce from here, but this is just it's irresponsible trading, right? If you're not putting your stop losses, especially very close, just to prevent you having a massive big loss, that's going to blow your account. So anyway, just wanted to point out that, Natalie, about the falling knife. You just mentioned, trying to catch a falling knife, and yeah.
And actually, another guy. So it was two guys that taught me. Like, I was back testing so much myself, but it was two guys that actually I was learning from. Really good guys. And one of them said that if you are in your positions, what if you decide to take another trade because you're not listening? Because obviously you're not going to go into a trade directly. I mean, if you do not know, if you're not experienced. But he says, whatever you're doing, if you now decide to take a trade, you're taking the opposite direction. So if you bought the market and you're in drawdown, stop loss got taken, whatever you do, sell the market, or it's the opposite, because the market will usually not go to the same direction. Because if you're buying the market, you're in stop loss, you'll try to find other entries because you will only see buy opportunities.
Yeah.
And it's going to mess up your mind so much.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I did also learn, and not so a long time ago, was actually when you're starting to feel all of these emotions that trading can take out of you, because we too been through that too. And sometimes I still do that. Like, I'm like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
He said he's like one of the most professional traders that ever exist at the moment. He said, take 5 deep breath. So you are inhaling for 2 seconds and outhailing for five times. And with that, you will it's like a quick meditation. You're just gonna calm down and start to see things for what it is, and not with the emotions that you're having, because trading can take a lot of things out of you.
Absolutely. I mean, I couldn't totally agree with you. I couldn't totally agree with you, because I have, I've been leaning slightly bullish most of the time on Bitcoin. And sometimes when the trend, looks pretty clear to the downside, only because I do have a long-term hold position for Bitcoin, like for the next coming years, sometimes, you automatically emotionally attach your investments, and you mix them with trading. And it needs to be really clear, guys. It's just, and even though you have been trading for 5, 10, 20 years, you're always going to have that small emotion that you need to try and focus on and eliminate. Because I might be shorting the market, and I'm shorting something that I have, a big bag, holding for the long term. It's like, that's crazy, right? You're shorting something that you've bought, hundreds of thousands of dollars, for example, and you're shorting the market. So that sounds crazy, right? Well, it's only like short term, shorting. I am bullish on Bitcoin, like I guess most of the people are, in the long term, right?
Yeah.
In the long term, yes, Bitcoin will potentially cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. This is not guaranteed, of course, but it is the mindset that everybody has for the future. Like, Bitcoin is that safe haven to get protected from massive inflation that there will be in the next coming years. But short term, maybe it's time to short. Maybe it's time to go down. Maybe it's time to go to lower levels, especially if you're on a big macro downtrend. So Natalie, sorry, what were you going to say?
No, because what other cryptocurrencies are you trading? Because I only trade Bitcoin.
Yeah, me too. I mostly trade Bitcoin. If there is an insane opportunity, it would have to be on the top 20, top 30 cryptos with a lot of liquidity, such as, I was going to say XRP, but I'm not going to trade it. I don't like XRP. It's extremely volatile. And I would say, Ethereum, Polkadot, maybe Litecoin, or these different, maybe Matic Network, Polygon, because, if you look at the other altcoins, they are so volatile, and I like to keep my stop losses pretty tight. And these markets, they are so volatile. They're just absolutely crazy. They're really, really hard to trade. Bitcoin is enough. Bitcoin is absolutely great. You only need one asset to be, successful and have profitable trades, every day or every week. So why focus on these extremely volatile altcoins? And I'd like to do analysis on them, but I always say on the channel, altcoins are extremely dangerous. Gains can be crazy, but losses can also be crazy on altcoins if you don't, set your stop losses correctly. So, but yeah, mainly 80% of my trading is focused on Bitcoin, Natalie.
Yeah, that's good.
So yeah, right. Let's read the comment section here. If BTC holds 42K support, I am sure to the moon. Right, 42K support. I guess it's these lows over here. This is the thing. We do have an important level. I like to see VPVR, Natalie. It's a good. It's a nice indicator that I like to see the levels. And it is true that on the VPVR, you do have a big spike on volume just at that 40 to 41.6K range. Okay, it's an area right there. It might be very hard for Bitcoin to break down those levels according to VPVR. But anyway, we need to see what kind of price action we do see at that range. Because if we start having a kind of consolidation, in my personal opinion, just slightly below that range, this means that the bears, cannot break this range. I would like to see a pretty solid breakout in the coming days, instead of kind of a small breakout consolidation, because this is going to tell me that the bears are not managing to fight, and we might potentially see like a double bottom right there with maybe a slightly low. I don't know. That's something that I'm looking for potentially in the coming days. Now, Bitcoin is dropping pretty sharply right now. So, what's your take, Natalie?
Well, I do believe we can drop a little bit more, and it's, I mean, we are in New York session right now also, and usually we can see some bigger momentum around 5-6 o'clock usually. But I would still look at the support that you're also having, because we can just see a bounce to that level, and then we're continuing up. It's really hard to tell. But with the drop that we're having now, I wouldn't be surprised if we're continuing a little bit more.
Yeah, it looks pretty aggressive, the drop. So it could have that momentum to drag other people. A little bit of panic in the market always helps from these drops. Okay, when we see these drops, usually people, panic behind, and this is why you get these kind of aggressive drops. So I got someone here. Please Cardano, please ADA. Shall we do ADA? I'll give you.
You do that because I need to go to the ladies' room.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, then. Well, let's take a look at Cardano, and nothing has changed just too much on Cardano, I think. Is it trading just above the $1? We've been taking a look at Cardano for weeks and weeks right now. All the way, on the 20th of January. So it's been over 3 weeks right now looking at Cardano holding that major support, okay, from the summer. We go to the daily. Summer of 2021, we know that Cardano dropped all the way into that range, that $1 that held very nicely, shot back up to the $3 area, and now it's currently trading at this major support. Nothing has changed just too much. It looks like that the price is just looking really, really weak, and we are creating these lower highs, lower lows. So it is possible that Cardano might be losing that $1. If you asking me, where would I place my bets for the higher probability is that Cardano will eventually lose the $1 and potentially find a floor at the 80-cent level, okay, where we do have another big consolidation as support. It's just looking very, very weak, and it's just going down. So no signs of this bottoming out just yet. It would be nice to see Cardano potentially gaining this high in the next, coming days. If we start gaining this high, we might see some momentum. But the most important high here on Cardano would be that $1.60, in my personal opinion. We'll have to, regain that high, which is very, very far away. Overall, it's bearish. We're going down. Nothing. It looks like nothing is going to stop the bears right now on Cardano by the looks of things. So, Natalie, I think
Yes.
we're going to wrap it up.
Yeah.
I'm ready to wrap up. I mean, let's take a look at Phantom. We got a few Phantoms here. I'll leave you the last analysis for Phantom FTM US dollar, a very good project. Also, a lot of people very bullish on this project. Me also. So why not take a look at Phantom FTM, and I'll let you share the charts right away.
Yes. Okay. So looking at the weekly, first of all, what I want to do is that I want to take a trend line, because you can see that we are right now from this push that we did have from below. You saw the second touch, and right now we are retesting that level again. So it's really important at the moment to see what's going to happen to this trend line that we do have. We also have this previous support around 1.8720. Going to the line chart, we can also see that this was a level before, which we saw the market retesting. On the higher time frames, you can see we're having wicks also through that level. But we are consolidating right here. We can just drag it down. So one fake out, the second fake out, retest, market continues back down. So obviously what I want to see. So I took another fib from the high at 2.3 to the low at 1.8. We saw the market coming up, giving us a lower high, and the targets that I'm having now, we need to break this, obviously this support trend line, which is always very, very strong, right? So usually what happens is that we're seeing the market trying to break it. You see the market coming inside, retest, continuation to the upside. So I would look at this support trend line. But if we're breaking it, I would see the market potentially coming back down to 1.7, potentially 1.4. I don't know so much about this, to be honest, but overall picture, we did have a double top right here. But I would still use 0.75 round, my 0.75 at 1.4 thousand to see if we're bouncing off of that support continuation to the upside, or if we're breaking it and continues back down. It's pretty hard to tell now, because we need to break other levels before we're looking at what's happening down here. So, but I wouldn't be surprised if we're trying to break the trend line, but we're seeing the market coming up again. Because what I've learned is that the trend lines is always 90% more respected than horizontal support resistance zones.
Yeah,
so that's
respected, you mean, right?
Huh?
Respected, you mean, right?
Yeah. So when the market comes to this level, compared to a support or resistance that we can just break, usually we're retesting it, then comes inside, and then see the momentum going. That's why the trend lines is really important. And I've actually noticed that when I'm also back testing. So even if we're having some huge candlestick, we do have the support combined with the support trend line, and that is the weekly. So it's really, really strong. So I would be careful, to be honest, around this level.
It might be a longing opportunity, because it might be a big fake out. This is the thing. You want to try and get basically on trend lines, on trends. You want to like long support, short resistance, right? So might be a good opportunity. Right, Natalie, it is time. We're going to wrap up, guys. Make sure to subscribe to Natalie's channel if you're watching from my video. Natalie, Bitcoinsensus, smash up the like button. You got the links for the incredible bonuses on these platforms. Okay, we got Prime XBT, there's Bybit, you got insane bonuses, and also the tutorials. And check out Bitcoinsensus website. We post every single day the latest news and technical analysis ideas. So yes, guys, thank you very much. Make sure to smash up the like button. Thank you, Natalie.
Thank you so much, Andy.
And we'll do another live stream, I guess, before the end of the week.
Yes, we will.
Absolutely perfect.
Yes.
Thank you, Natalie.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye.